All right, let's dive in. Today, we're stepping onto a digital battlefield. Billions of dollars are on the line, and the future of finance is literally being built right now. This is the fight for Ethereum's future. And, believe me, the war has already started. So, we've got three massive contenders in the ring, and each one has a completely unique strategy for scaling Ethereum. It's a battle for users, for liquidity, and, ultimately for dominance. The big question is, who's going to come out on top? Let's break down the players. First up, in this corner, we have Arbitrum. Think of them as the reigning champion, the current king of the hill. They are, without a doubt, the DeFi heavyweight. Arbitrum's game plan is actually pretty simple, but it is incredibly effective. They focus on just raw performance and really catering to the power users, the pros, of decentralized finance. They're all about speed, reliability, and keeping governance interference to a minimum, which creates the perfect playground for all those complex financial apps to just thrive. This table here really lays out their whole strategy. Their strengths are just formidable. They've got the highest total value locked, that's the amount of money flowing through their network. They have a super vibrant DeFi ecosystem, and maybe most importantly, the trust of serious traders. But that focus, it's also their biggest weakness. It just doesn't have the flashy consumer branding like its rivals, because hey, it's built for pros, not necessarily the masses. And this number, this is the whole story. This represents the total value of all the assets locked on the network. It's a direct measure of trust and utility in the world of DeFi, and right now, Arbitrum is the undisputed leader. You know what they say, liquidity is king, and Arbitrum is definitely wearing the crown. Okay, on to our second contender, Optimism. Now, this is the grand strategist of the group, the ecosystem builder. They have a vision that goes way, way beyond just their own chain. See, Optimism is playing a totally different game. They're not just trying to be the best layer 2. They're trying to build the foundation for all the layer 2s. The goal here is to create this huge, interconnected web of chains that all work together seamlessly. Their whole strategy really rests on a few key pillars. First, there's the OP stack, which is like a standardized toolkit for anyone to build their own chain. And this directly feeds their grand Superchain vision. They've also got this really clever revenue sharing model that actually funds public goods on Ethereum, which kind of positions them as this foundational layer that gives back to the community. So what in the world is the Superchain? Well, it's Optimism's master plan. It's a unified network of layer 2s, all built with their tech, that can talk to each other and share security without a hitch. It's a crazy ambitious vision for a much more scalable and modular future. And that brings us to our third and final contender. This one is the wild card, the onboarding giant, Base. Okay, so Base is coming at this from a completely different angle. While Arbitrum is chasing DeFi pros and Optimism is building massive infrastructure, Base is focused on one thing and one thing only, access. Its secret weapon isn't some superior tech, it's a massive already built-in distribution channel. Base's strengths all come from one place, its connection to the crypto exchange giant Coinbase. This gives it a direct pipeline to millions of retail users, a super simple user experience, and of course, the institutional credibility that comes with the Coinbase brand. Its core advantage is, to put it simply, the entire Coinbase customer base. And to put that advantage into perspective, just look at this. The potential user base that Base can tap into, it absolutely dwarfs the current users on other L2s. This isn't just a small edge. We're talking about a potential tidal wave of new users coming on chain. That makes Base a true force to be reckoned with. So, we've got the DeFi heavyweight, the ecosystem builder, and the onboarding giant. Three very different strategies, three really powerful contenders. So who actually wins this fight? Well, the answer isn't a single knockout. It's really more of a split decision. The winner for pure DeFi liquidity, for attracting that serious capital, no doubt it's Arbitrum. The winner for ecosystem expansion, for building the tools for our multi-chain future, that's Optimism. And the undisputed winner for bringing the next wave of millions of retail users on-chain has to be Base. And this brings us to what might be the most important takeaway of all. This whole competition, it's not a zero-sum game. The real winner here is Ethereum itself. Each one of these layer 2s is strengthening the entire network by serving different needs and bringing in totally different kinds of users. So ultimately, this isn't a war for survival. It's really a powerful engine for specialization. You've got Arbitrum specializing in high finance, Optimism specializing in infrastructure, and Base specializing in user acquisition. And all that diversity makes the entire Ethereum ecosystem more robust, more versatile, and way more valuable. And that leaves us with a pretty fascinating final thought, doesn't it? If Layer 2 is all about specialization, then what comes next? What's the purpose of the next layer in this ecosystem that's evolving so fast? Well, that's a question for another time. Thanks for joining.
Subscribe and visit Web3 Newswire for visibility and credibility of your Web3 projects.